I don't do it for money, I do it for kicks, says Trump in his book, The Art of the Deal. Deals are my art form, he says, and lays it out in 14 snappy chapters. But when it comes to the Iran deal, Trump looks more like a demagogue defacing diplomacy than a statesman graced with discretion.
It's the end of the world as we know it. It's the end of the world as we know it. I've been doing deals for a long time. I've been making lots of wonderful deals, great deals. That's what I do. Never, ever, ever in my life have I seen any transaction so incompetently negotiated as our deal with Iran.
I doubt he's ever glanced at the deal. It's soapbox spouting, and one wonders just who Trump's spouting for.
They rip us off. They take our money. They make us look like fools. And now they're back to being who they really are. They don't want Israel to survive. They will not let Israel survive with incompetent leadership like we have right now. Israel will not survive.
It's not our money. It's Iran's money, frozen here for decades. Making Israel great is what breaking the Iran deal is really all about. From the start, the Kushners funded Trump's campaign, and an Israel First program topped the agenda. Don't be fooled by Trump not completely withdrawing from the deal. He's determined to break it, beholden as he is to the Kushners and the rest of the Israel Firsters who don't want anyone to make any agreements with Iran. Iran's the boogeyman, and forcing its status as a pariah state will serve as a pretense to bomb Tehran. As it stands, the deal restricts Iran from developing a nuke for 15 years, upon which greater restrictions kick in permanently. The International Atomic Energy Agency, that continually confirms Iran's compliance, will be able to impose itself to even a greater degree 15 years hence. So what's the big deal? It's newspeak.
While the United States adheres to our commitment under the deal, the Iranian regime continues to fuel conflict, terror, and turmoil throughout the Middle East and beyond.
Sounds like America. But whether true or false regarding Iran, it's got nothing to do with the deal. No matter who you make deals with, separate actions by your opponents, although displeasing, will always exist. Trump, supreme deal maker, knows this, but he's playing to his paymasters.
Importantly, Iran is not living up to the spirit of the deal.
Spirit of the deal? When did Trump ever contract a spirit? America's actually breaking the letter of the deal. For by the U.S. urging its allies to end commercial ties with Iran and piling on additional sanctions supposedly for non-nuclear reasons, America violates paragraph 29 of the deal, which constricts all parties from policies adversely affecting the normalization of trade with each other. But with Trump's call to fix it or nix it...
In a statement, the president said, quote, "No one should doubt my word. If other nations fail to act during this time, I will terminate our deal with Iran. Those who, for whatever reason, choose not to work with us will be siding with the Iranian regime's nuclear ambitions and against the people of Iran and the peaceful nations of the world."
He sounds like George Bush on steroids. You're either with us or against us. France, Britain, and Germany insist the deal must stay. Are they against us? Yet sanctions to curb their trade with Iran are just a step away. They could cave to the pressure. They're still under America's thumb. Israel is not. And although not party to the deal, Israel's interests, agenda, and program comes first, and America gets dragged in to do the dirty work.
Look at the Iranian threat. Well, I know this is just the Israeli perspective. It's much more threatening comparing to the Daesh threat, because the Iranians are sophisticated. They are higher form of civilization. They have a nice academic infrastructure, nice industry, good scientists, many talented young people. They are very similar to us. And because they are similar to us, they are much, much more dangerous. And therefore, I think that we cannot cope with them alone.
Right. Not a bunch of towelheads like ISIS, but a sophisticated nation with smart people. That should make any neighboring nation happy. Not Israel. Smart people can't be ruled, bomb them instead. That's why they need Trump to break the Iran deal.